What's up, y'all, and welcome back. My name is Hamasa, and this is Banished. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. Don't forget, if you like what you see, rate, comment, subscribe. And if you don't like it, then let me know what I'm missing. Let me know what I could do to make this series and this channel better for you guys, the viewers. So, we're back here in Lords. And when we left off, we started running into a few issues with resources, namely food, but also wood and firewood, but food being the most pressing issue because we do have 49 people in the city now. So we need to really bump up the food production to feed everyone. So I went ahead and maxed out as many of my fishermen, hunters, farmers, and whatnot that I could get. I also expanded the herd, but we haven't quite yet gotten around to doing that. So I'm gonna throw that on a high priority for now. Increase priority on that sucker, and see what happens. We are into spring, so we will be having a harvest on the fields, both the crop fields, in the next season here, which will give us a nice little boost. And we also will be fishing the heck out of the river. And I believe it was year one, I got like, I want to say nearly 2,000 fish. So if I can up the fish from here and here, let's say about 4,000, and then if I can repeat what I had in berries, that's almost a little bit more than 1,000 berries, and you know, a few hundred venison. Although I've caught, it says nothing a season. Jeez, I hope I didn't overhunt this area. That's gonna really suck. Sip of coffee, but I don't know if you guys can notice. Hopefully you can. But I did get my new microphone, and things should be sounding a lot more clearly now. I was probably going to take another couple episodes and get used to this and see what settings I need to adjust, if I need to make the game volume louder, my microphone louder or lower. We'll see what happens. I did say that when I got the mic I was probably going to end the series, but I'll give it a few more episodes. We'll kind of tie things off here, see if I can get through the next couple of years without everyone starving to death. And, you know, if everyone does starve to death, then we'll just start a new series. No big deal. It's just a game. These aren't actually, you know, these aren't real people. I do have somewhat of an attachment to them because I've been working pretty hard on keeping them all alive, but hey, you know, if it happens, it happens. We learned. We expanded a little bit too quickly. Too many houses, not enough food. So, while everybody's working on the things that I told them to work on, we're gonna look around and check out. Look at how many people. I love how this game expands, and there's just like 1 or 2 people walking around at first, and now look at all the people and all the kids playing in the graveyard. We really need to get to school. Give them something to do for the day. Like this guy here is a hunter. Is there a reason you're not hunting? What's going on? I didn't hit my limit. What the heck? Why are you guys not hunting? We're gonna keep an eye on that. Because for some reason they just aren't, they're not doing their thing. And I've got a nice area of expansion down there. They should be doing their thing. Oh, here we go. Okay, now they're landing some, look at all these deer. Land some of those, a couple of, looks like 5-point, 6-point bucks. Some does, some bibis, don't shoot the bibis. Fish them up, guys. Fish them up. Okay, so that is producing. I can let that go. The pasture, the new pasture, is about twice the size of this, so I'm hoping I can fit about 10 cows, and that way, every time they reproduce and I hit my work limit here, we'll get a nice harvest. And since there's 10, you know, in theory, they'll be reproducing faster. I'll be hitting my work limit faster. We'll be, you know, it'll all be gravy. We'll be getting a lot more cows in. And so my next project was going to be the schoolhouse, which we were going to plop down right here. We've reached our wood limit, or excuse me, we've reached our firewood fuel limit. We've reached our coats storage limit, although we could use a little bit more. And we've reached our blacksmith limit. So these guys should be running around laboring. We do have 4 laborers right now. So hopefully they're doing their thing. I'm going to speed up the sim just a bit. We'll keep clearing things out. The food seems to be going steadily upwards. Just as I start to say that, we have a drop of 100. But my fields, 54% yield. It's not very good, but okay. And the pumpkins as well. I think the squash will get harvested first, and then they'll do the pumpkins. If I remember correctly, that's how it's been going. Reserve of food is low. Food is tanking again. Seems like every time I speed up a simulation to get things done, they just eat constantly. And now everyone's gonna die of starvation. Well, we still have a little bit of food, so we'll cross our fingers, get these harvests get these harvests done. Hopefully that will help the food situation, and the bigger pasture is gonna be awesome. I really can't wait for this to get done. I told them to prioritize that, and they really haven't prioritized it like I was kind of hoping. So, increase priority, increase, build this. Laborers, builder, do your thing. Now, they seem to be, okay, they're actually chopping a whole ton of wood over here. Which isn't a bad thing either. I do need lots more wood, lots more firewood. I'm not going to make it through winters with lack of firewood, but most of the houses do have a little bit of firewood. We're getting more children being born. We did have another laborer or 2 in the past couple of seasons. More children is good. It's also bad because the food is just way too low, guys. It's very worrying. I'm working on our crops. Come on, crops, come through, come through. How's our fish looking? 655. And apparently we're fishing up logs over here. That's a thing. I just got one more to... Okay, now the builders can go at making this gigantoid pasture. Go, my little laborers, go! Pretty soon we'll be hitting our limit with the stone here too. I set the limit on this stone to just 200. I'm actually going to drop one person off. We've got plenty of stone for the moment. The mine really kicked butt and made us a lot of stone. I'm going to have to put a quarry in soon so we can up our iron. I didn't realize how quickly another child named Destiny was born. This is I should have named this the town of Destiny, not the town of Lords. And we're harvesting our crops. Okay, good. Hopefully this gives us a nice little bump before winter. And we can get through the winter smoothly. I'm gonna have to probably do bigger crop fields and even more farmers in the future, because these crop fields just, the harvest on them, well, it sucks. They don't harvest enough, nearly enough for the size that I can put in. And I can plop down, you know, a gatherer's hut out in the forest, and it's harvesting over 1,000 units. And a hunting cabin just plop down in the forest, and it's 500 units. So I have 2 whole fields. and they're gonna harvest probably about 1,000 units this year, give or take. Yeah, actually, probably not even 1,000, but we'll see what happens. Better than nothing. These people are getting hungry. They're not starving yet, though. But my general health is going down. So besides the schoolhouse, I'm going to have to be looking at the medicine hut. What do they call that thing? I always forget what they call this thing. Not a town service. Herbalist. The herbalist. That's what I'm going to need. So we need a school and a herbalist. Those are my next two priorities. Probably school first because I've got a ton of children in this town. 18, and they just kind of hang out in the graveyard, and they hang out by the woodcutter. They just wander around aimlessly, and they're not educated at all. They're quite stupid, actually. So, that's nearly complete. I'm going to slow down the sim just a bit, and I'm going to make my blueprint for the schoolhouse right there. Right next to the blacksmith, so the kids can take, field trips over to the blacksmith and learn how tools are made. And hopefully that's going to prevent people from hanging out so dang much in the cemetery. There's no graves in there, so I guess that's the worst thing in the world, but I prefer if they're, a bit more productive. And apparently, now when you look at a citizen, it does say whether or not they're educated. And from what I understand, educating them will make them more productive. Oh boy. Late autumn, we have our first snow. I hope we harvested all of our plants. I can't even see them anymore. So I'm assuming that we did. Yeah. What was our yield this year? 345 plus 413, so approximately 800 units of foods. Everybody just grabbed a bunch of firewood, so we're going to up this to 300, and we're going to work our butts off on getting lots of firewood. Our reserve of logs is low, so let us harvest trees. Where are we going to harvest next? We'll expand off into this peninsula right here. Huge harvest. That's going to put all of our laborers to work for a while. The coat situation is still fine. The tool situation is fine. I can take people away from farming because they're not really needed. I don't know if I actually need to do this every time. Get rid of the farmers and then give the farmers something to do. I think they just act as laborers, but I don't want to take that chance. I would really like them to just, do the laboring thing. And look at them all go. We're going to extend our dirt road outwards a bit so they can walk just a wee bit faster to get where they're going. Food is low, firewood is low. The bump from the food was minimal, but we do have our pasture done. We're going to slow things down. You are cattle. We're going to empty you, and I'm going to put 2 max on the pasture. After you get emptied, we're just going to get rid of you completely. Oh, this is going to be a rough winter. So we have the school is being built, and next is going to be the herbalist. Just going to cut into the production of these two a little bit, but it's going to provide us with some much needed healthy living herbs. So we'll deal with it. We'll just deal with it. Alright, cattle are gone from here. And I'm going to get rid of you, sir. Wait, no, I do want 3. I'm going to delete you. We'll slow down. Remove structure. We have have another adult, Gwendy. It doesn't seem like they have enough names in this game. I've only got, like, you know, between 50 and 60 people, and there's 5 people running around with the name Destiny, and there's a couple Gwendys. Excuse me. So, we got a bunch of work getting done. Is the road built yet? It's not built yet. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Plenty of laborers doing their laboring. What's our limit on here? 20. Oh boy, I didn't think it was gonna be that high, but I will definitely take it. Herdsmen, we just need 2, so we're getting rid of that. 20. That's fantastic. That's gonna. I mean, we're not gonna see any return from it right away, but once we get up to that number, we're gonna be slaughtering cattle left and right. Alright, we're back in the predicament again, guys. We're running out of food, running out of firewood. So, we've made a little bit of progress, but it does seem that we are, well, right back to the position we were at when we left off last time. So, we'll give it a rest there. We'll come back, see if we can make it through yet another year here on Banished. Thanks so much for hanging out with me again today, guys. Once again, my name is Hamasa, and I hope y'all have a fantastic day.